The paper airplane caught a sudden gust, swerving left just as it neared the house. It did not land on the grass. It did not drift to the porch. Instead, it struck the center of the living room window with a sharp, hollow thud. The sound that followed was instant, and jagged a web of white cracks, spiderwebbing, across the glass pane. A fragment of the window fell inward, clattering against the floorboards inside. Titan stood in the center of the backyard, his arms still raised from the throw, his hand frozen in midair. Beside him, Alex stopped mid-step, his head tilted toward the house. The silence that followed the crash was deafening. Neither boy moved. The paper plane hung caught in the jagged edge of the frame, a simple piece of folded paper now the center of a wrecked window. Titan looked at the glass, then at Alex, his chest rising and falling in short, sharp breaths. The backyard, once a space for play, felt suddenly narrow and cold. They were caught in the realization of what they had done. One wrong turn of the wind had turned their afternoon into a quiet, looming disaster.
Titan moved first. He lunged toward Alex, fingers digging into the fabric of his shoulder. He pulled hard, forcing Alex to turn away from the house. Titan pointed frantically at the back gate,
his other hand waving toward the alleyway. "Run," he hissed, his voice barely audible.
Alex stumbled back, his boots dragging through the dirt. He looked at the gate, then back at the jagged hole in the window. He did not move toward the exit. He stayed rooted to the grass,
his eyes darting toward the neighbor's front door. Titan gave him another sharp tug,
his knuckles white against the red fabric. "They heard it," Titan whispered, his head jerking toward the house again.
The wind picked up, rattling the loose shards of glass still clinging to the frame. The sound was like a warning. Titan paced in a tight circle, his eyes wide and unblinking.
He grabbed Alex again, urging him to move, but Alex pulled his shoulder free. He stood still,
chest heaving, trapped between the immediate need to vanish and the heavy, sinking weight of what remained behind. The gate creaked on its hinges, a sound that made both of them flinch. Alex shook his head, once, then twice. The frantic energy in his limbs suddenly cooled. He looked at the broken window, took a long, steadying breath, and let it out. The urge to bolt vanished, replaced by a rigid, sinking clarity. He turned his back on the gate. Titan grabbed his arm, his fingers tight, but Alex pulled away with a firm, decisive motion. He looked at his own hands, his knuckles white, as he gripped the fabric of his shirt. He started walking, not toward the alley, but toward the front porch. Titan stood rooted for a second, mouth open, his eyes darting back to the house. Alex did not look back. He kept his pace steady, though his heart hammered against his ribs like a trapped bird. Every step toward the front door felt like walking into a storm. Titan hesitated, glancing at the gate one last time before exhaling a sharp, ragged breath. He caught up to Alex, falling into step beside him. They moved past the bushes, the crunch of dry leaves under their boots sounding unnaturally loud in the quiet yard. They reached the porch steps. Alex stopped, his hand hovering inches from the wood, his entire frame tense and ready to break. Alex reached out. His fingers brushed the wood before he curled them into a fist and struck the door. The sound echoed, sharp and final. Beside him, Titan stiffened, drawing himself up to his full height. Though his jaw remained clamped tight, they waited. Seconds stretched, filled only by the rhythmic thumping of their own hearts. Then the latch clicked. The door swung inward, casting a rectangle of light across the porch. The neighbor stood in the threshold, looking down at them. His expression was unreadable, his eyes moving from Alex to Titan. Alex felt the weight of his own gaze hitting the floor. He pointed a trembling finger toward the side of the house, toward the broken glass, and let his chin drop to his chest. He could not look up. Titan stood beside him, nodding in silent, heavy agreement. The silence that followed was thick, pressing against their ears. They stood braced, shoulders hunched, waiting for a shout or the slamming of the door. The neighbor moved, stepping forward, and the boys flinched in unison, their hands gripping the edge of their own shirts until the knuckles turned ivory. They had nowhere to run now. The truth was out, suspended in the air between them. The expected shout never came. Instead, the neighbor's face softened. He reached out and placed a firm, reassuring hand on Alex's shoulder. The tension that had held the boys rigid for the last hour evaporated instantly. The neighbor turned, went back inside for a moment, and returned with a long-handled broom. He began sweeping the scattered shards of glass from the path. Titan and Alex watched for only a second before they knelt down, using their hands to carefully gather the smaller pieces into a pile. They worked in silence, their movements synchronized and efficient. The jagged edges of the glass no longer felt like a threat, but a problem they were solving together. When the last sliver was swept into the dustpan, the neighbor stood upright and offered a hand to each of them. He shook Titan's hand, then Alex's, his grip firm and steady. The boys straightened up, their shoulders finally relaxed and level. They walked back toward their own yard, the heavy weight of the secret now completely gone. As they crossed the property line,
Alex stopped and turned to Titan. He raised his hand, and Titan met it with a sharp, resounding slap. They high-fived, grinning as they realized that telling the truth had been the only way to make things right.